I see John from Canada is trying to call into the show right now, and I don't know why. John, you're live on Truth Wanted. How can I help you?
I just want to say that A, it's good to hear you again, and B, I'd like to say that woke is dangerous, very dangerous.
Being awake now first, in general, or
well, I'm sorry, Ben. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Before we get into this, John, you've already told us that you were never going to call the show again, and that you gave us your goodbye, and then you called the show again like a couple weeks ago. And then you were like, you're right. And then you hung up. So are you going to do that again? Or what's the deal here?
I just want to make one last thing.
No, man, you've already said you wanted to make one last thing. This is the second or third time now you've said you want to make one last thing.
I just want to say that.
Being woke is dangerous.
Being awake, yeah.
Why? Let's talk about that. Going to Ben's question. Why is being woke dangerous?
Because A, you're discriminating against white men.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, what?
Okay.
And men are necessary.
Men are necessary.
Well, that's a different premise. You said it discriminates against white men, and then you said that men are necessary. That's two different categories of things.
Yeah.
So you've actually shifted what you're actually referring to. So are white men necessary or just men in general?
Men in general are necessary.
Okay. So why did you bring up white men?
Hire women. Okay, well, you may focus against white men, but you see, if you hire jobs that are physical, if hire women that are physical, if hire women that
can you not be physical if you're woke?
No, I'm saying that because you're woke, they prioritize diversity or skin color over qualifications. That's what I'm saying.
Really? Okay. Wait a minute. John, you think I'm woke, right? You think we're woke?
Yes, you support.
Okay. All right. Last time I checked, I'm white. Okay. And I think Ben is also white. It could be wrong, right? I think he matches up. If the color correction on the camera is correct, I believe Ben is a white guy. Okay.
Depends on when you're defining it, because there was a period of time where it was only white.
That's also true.
Protestants,
and that's
Irish
a whole
were
thing
not
there.
included in that.
Here's John. We're two white guys, and look, like he's talking to me. Am I not woke anymore because I have a white guy on the show? What's going on?
No. You don't understand.
Woke we don't understand. Right.
White people just because they are white. That's what I'm talking about. That's what happens when woke means discriminating against white people just because they are white. Now, in a job, let's say in a job interview, if you have a white guy and a black guy competing, they'll hire the black guy instead of the white guy because simply because he's black, even though the white guy might be qualified.
Well, okay, so am I hiring only black people at my hypothetical company that I now own? Why am I woke then? Because I'm not doing that, right? I'm not hiring anybody right now.
If you were woke, that would be the policy.
Okay, but wait, am I woke? Because I thought you said I was woke.
Do you support woke? Do you?
Do I support woke? I don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
Well, I think the definition we're running on is woke is discriminating against white people.
Do you believe that woke should be done?
Do I believe that woke should be done? I don't think you should discriminate against anybody. I mean,
using your definition of woke equals being discriminatory towards white men, then I don't think anyone that's currently on this call is woke. Nor do I know any organizations that are actively woke by that definition.
But would you agree that you do believe that cis white men should not be given favoritism, correct?
Why would that would be another form of discrimination, right? If you're giving favoritism to someone based on an immutable characteristic or a protected class, like race is one of those that we recognize as a protected class, giving someone favoritism, that would be discrimination, right?
Yes, but that's exactly my point. That's exactly what's happening. And the wildfires that happen in California are an example of that because they hired black women instead of white men, and that's why they're not qualified to handle it.
Did they
That's why people
like
are
what
not-
percentage of the firefighters in California are black women?
All the ones that are working the wildfires, right?
Oh, all of them? So like
All of them.
the news coverage I saw where there was a bunch of white men that were on the line using hoses and wearing firemen's clothing. Those weren't actual firefighters. It was only the black women that I saw.
See, I'm glad you agree.
No, that
Here's
was
what
a
I'm hearing,
question.
John.
I was asking a question.
Yeah, I don't. You're not really answering his question, John. I don't think you are going to answer it. But here's the deal: like, you sound like you're being racist right now, because what you're essentially saying is that a black woman can't do the job, and so we shouldn't hire black women to be firefighters.
What I'm saying is that women are not equipped for physical activity. It's meant for men.
Well, I mean, have you
That's
served
my
in the
job.
military, John?
Firefighters.
John, have you ever served in the military?
No, never. But I do know that. But I do know that men are stronger and tougher. Is this
So I know I served alongside a lot of women that could have beat the heck out of me, and they almost certainly could beat the heck out of you. That were definitely more physically capable than I was.
How do you know they could be the physical?
I mean, we regularly did things called like combatives, where you'd roll around and like do MMA fighting and whatnot. And there were some women that were in fantastic shape that could absolutely beat me. Do you think you could beat up Ronda Rousey?
Beat up on another woman, but I guarantee you, the average MMA
The average,
fighter
okay.
would destroy Ronda Rousey. I'm saying that right now. The average male fighter could beat up Ronda Rousey.
Okay.
Okay, so you're talking about MMA fighters.
Good.
I'm talking about just regular people, because I think Ronda Rousey could beat up the average dude, right? You not think that's true?
Men are stronger than women.
Why does that matter though? Why does that matter?
Because if you're gonna hire, if it comes to jobs like police and fire, if you're gonna hire women over men just because they're female, just because you want to fit that demographic, you're putting people's lives in danger. And I know you would want a man.
Okay, but so here's what's happening. I think this is like an ecological fallacy here, because what you're doing is you're taking a generalization about a group of people, and you're prescribing that generalization to specific individuals. Specifically, you're talking about the firefighters in California, who you claim to be all black women. Of any of the footage I've seen, I don't even think I've seen a single black woman firefighter, let alone one that's actually doing the work in California, is in charge of making decisions that have happened there. But you're taking these preconceived notions and you're applying it to these individuals, and like, you're just making up hypotheticals at this point. Like, you don't even know anybody that you can cite as a specific name. You're just
It's happening. It's not.
Name one black woman firefighter that's fighting the fires in California.
I can't name one, but I know they're there.
How do you know that they're there?
Because I see the statistics.
I just asked you the statistics, and you couldn't tell me the statistics.
Yeah, John already asked
you that. What percentage of the firefighters in LA are black women?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying it's very dangerous.
No, you just said that it's statistics, and then now you're not giving us the statistics.
What's the stats, homie? All right. Well,
he just hung up.
Yeah. I'm disappointed. I thought that John would keep to his promises and not call back into the show, but
he just can't quit us. Apparently,
he can't quit it.
We're too cute and woke, and he can't let it go.